Hello, Tarnished, and welcome back to another Souls-like video. After years of anticipation, Hollow Knight Silksong is finally arriving this week, dropping as a highly awaited indie sequel with a day one release on Xbox Game Pass and all major platforms. Enthusiasts are buzzing about it, not just about the launch itself, but about the bargain price of $19.99, neatly in line with Team Cherry's ethos of accessibility despite inflation. What's up, bug enjoyers and pain lovers? It finally happened. No, this isn't a fever dream. This isn't an April Fool's joke. Hollow Knight Silksong is real. It exists, and it actually is launching this week. That's right. After years of memes, endless "Where's Silksong" comments under every Nintendo Direct, and the entire community coping like Tarnished begging for maiden hugs, the wait is over, and let me tell you, it's dropping in style. Day one on Xbox Game Pass, all major platforms, and only $19.99. That's cheaper than most fast food orders for two. So today we're diving into why this launch matters, what people are saying, and whether Silksong actually lives up to the impossible height it built over half a decade. Grab your charms, sit down at your nearest bench, and let's talk Silksong. Let's be honest, the biggest boss Silksong had to overcome wasn't in the game, it was the meme. For years, Silksong never became the battle cry of the jaded Hollow Knight fan. Every showcase, every indie direct, someone was there waiting to type, "Silksong when?" Like it was the Elden Ring DLC of indie gaming. We had full bingo cards predicting announcements that never came. At one point, I generally thought Silksong was just a shared fever hallucination like Bloodborne on PC, and yet here we are, the meme died, but in a way it fueled the hype. Team Cherry didn't just release a sequel, they dropped a game that had to fight against years of skepticism, fatigue, and that one guy on Reddit who swore it was never real. Now, let's talk money. Silksong is going to be priced at $19.99. Let that sink in. $20 in the year 2025, where most AAA games hit you for $70 and then ask for another $20 just to dye your cloak in different colors. Team Cherry basically said, "No, we're good. We'll give you hundreds of hours of handcrafted Metrovania suffering for the cost of a pizza." That is important, not just because it's affordable, but because it reinforces what Hollow Knight always stood for: value, accessibility, and rewarding dedication. In a time when game studios nickel and dime us, Team Cherry just casually drops one of the most anticipated games of the decade at a budget price. Souls-like humor aside, this is the equivalent of FromSoft dropping Elden Ring 2 for $25. It makes everyone else look greedy. The launch week chaos has been absolutely wild. Reddit, Twitter, YouTube, everywhere you look, people are freaking out. Speedrunners are anticipatedly waiting, fan artists are dropping Silksong memes and Hornet simping content like it's their full-time job. And the crazy part, reviews are probably going to be glowing. Critics and fans alike are already praising the soundtrack that, no joke, might be even better than the first game. Launch week isn't just hype, it's vindication. After years of waiting, the community finally gets to say, "See, it was worth it!" Here's where I'm going to be unhinged for a second. People keep asking, is Hollow Knight even a Souls-like? And my answer is simple. Does it hurt you? Yes. Then yes, it's a Souls-like. Look at it. Challenging bosses, punishing death mechanics, resource management, and a lore so cryptic, it makes Elden Ring look like a bedtime story. If you die, you drop your currency. If you're reckless, you lose progress. And half the story is hidden in bug poetry and dialogue that sounds like your toaster trying to warn you about the apocalypse. Sounds pretty Souls-like to me. The only difference is instead of swords and dragons, you're fighting homicidal centipedes and mosquitoes with knives. Honestly, Silksong launching feels less like a game release and more like a cultural event. This isn't just Team Cherry winning, it's the community winning. Everyone who memed Silksong never has to eat their words. Streamers are hosting launch parties, Discord servers are on fire, and the sheer wave of mods, fan challenges, and custom runs is going to be rolling out. People will be doing hitless Hornet runs within days. You know how fast that is? That's Souls community speed. This isn't just hype, it's a victory laps for indie devs proving they can still shake the entire gaming world with something handmade, heartfelt, and absolutely brutal. So here's the biggest question. Was the wait for Silksong absolutely worth it? After all, waiting this long sets expectations so high it feels impossible to meet them. And yet, the answer looks like a yes. The game feels bigger, faster, and sharper without losing what made Hollow Knight special. Hornet plays differently than the Knight, which instantly makes the combat feel fresh. Exploration looks like it could be rewarding, platforming is smoother, and the bosses hit like trucks in ways that make you want to scream, laugh, and cry all at once. It's not perfect, no game is, but Team Cherry delivered a follow-up that proves they didn't just rest on their laurels. They worked, they refined, they listened, and they pulled it off. And at the end of the day, Silksong isn't just a sequel, it's a statement, a promise that no matter how long it takes, the wait can be worth it. Team Cherry didn't just make a game, they made an event. And in doing so, they reminded us why we love this genre in the first place. So whether you're exploring with Hornet for the first time or already 20 hours deep into the game, just remember the pain is the point. And if you ever doubted Silksong would come out, congratulations, you're part of the gaming history now. Drop a comment telling me your favorite boss so far, hit that like button, subscribe for more Souls-like madness, and ring the bell so you don't miss the next deep dive. As well, if you haven't already, please head on over to my Twitch at limerivt where you can watch me do challenge runs on Elden Ring every single Monday. Until then, keep dashing, keep slashing, and embrace the suffering. Goodbye, Tarnish! Bye 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 bye!